week ever. Pro wrestling, sports entertainment. It is WrestleMania week, and here we are today. WrestleMania night one. It is a somewhat decently loaded card. Not gonna lie, there's some of these things that I really am not very interested in. But let me introduce our hosts that are on the air currently right now. We have my partner in crime, the Playmaker from Flashback Fridays. Darnell, what's doing?
What's up? It is here. It is time. No more waiting.
The Bearman, Mr. Alex Alcazaz, in the actual state where WrestleMania is taking place.
Hell yeah, baby.
And special guest host on our show today, it is Mr. Dre Day. What is doing, Dre?
Ain't nothing, man. Ain't nothing. Same shit, different toilet paper. WrestleMania weekend. Let's get it popping. Let's get it
popping.
So, we actually started the day. I really am kind of against of even talking about it, but we actually should recap a little bit of what ended up happening at 1 p.m. earlier today, Eastern Standard Time. Stand and Deliver NXT 2.0. Any comments on what you guys saw on Stand and Deliver?
Do you want to be surprised?
I'm gonna keep it tall. I only saw one match, so congrats to Raquel and Dakota for winning the NXT Women's Tag Titles. That was the only thing that I peeped. I was too busy, straightening up the crib and shit like that, so I didn't even really get a chance to watch it in its entirety. But I will tonight, though.
Here's the thing. Ricky watched NXT Stand and Deliver. I watched the Hall of Fame. We didn't watch and so that's where we at right now.
Yeah, my mic has been kind of squirrely. I don't know what it is, but yeah, it's just been kind of bananas as of late.
Kind of squarely. Is that an SAT word I don't know about, Ricky?
No. Not at all.
Really? We're doing SAT words now?
Yeah, we're doing SAT words.
Yes, Darnell, because we are all part of elite, educated, sophisticated minds. I think we will use some SAT words because we're all smart.
No comment.
Oh. Well, that would explain it. It was on the wrong mic. All right, whatever. Yeah, it usually happens when we have like multiple fucking different shows airing on the same fucking thing with multiple people in studio. But anyway, should be better now.
We're all unique wrestling minds, guys.
All I gotta say is before we get into the card, we'll split it up. We have 4 matches, our promo, then the last 4 segments of the show. I really am not a fan of the way everything was scheduled this week. That NXT really doesn't get any spotlight being on at 1 o'clock in the afternoon. I really think it should have been on a different night. Same thing with like the Hall of Fame and then having SmackDown on top of having the returning Ring of Honor last night and then the Hall of Fame, which obviously wasn't on regular TV for people to watch. My father was one of the pissed off fans last night that said, hey, that was kind of bullshit that even happened. That's besides the point, though.
Well, I think the reason why is because there was a lot of wrestling shows in Dallas. I mean, on Thursday I was at one of them, Major League Wrestling Fusion, as part of the Intimidation Games 2-night event they were doing. So, yeah, I mean, a lot of pro wrestling. And man, the event I was at, guys, man, I mean, even Dre saw some of the footage that I caught. I mean, I just had a hell of a time. And the blessing out of everything was just seeing the Von Erichs. Those are Kevin's sons, and Kevin is the last surviving brother of the Von Erichs. Seeing his sons wrestle is just one of the coolest things ever. It was great to see them. It was great to see the Von Erich claw again.
But I will say though, but if you're trying to promo a main part of your cog in the machine, it should not be on at 1 o'clock in the afternoon. It was just as worse as having Crown Jewel on at like 12 o'clock in the afternoon, where not a lot of people are going to be able to watch it. First off, and second off, people are working then. Like, granted, yes, it is a Saturday, but people still do work on Saturday. So having it on at 1 o'clock in the afternoon was not a great fucking idea.
What you want them to do? They're in a whole different another country.
No, I'm just saying NXT in itself should have not been on at 1 o'clock. No. It should have definitely been at a different time slot on a different day.
Well, do I say that shows you where NXT has gone?
Yeah, they've pretty much put it in the crapper.
Didn't they used to have the NXT pay-per-views on Friday night?
Yeah,
Yeah.
and it was actually the fact being that they had it sometimes where they'd have SmackDown like later on in the night at like 10 o'clock, and NXT would be on earlier at like 7, and it kind of fit, but now it doesn't. So that's the
I don't know.
problem with
I
having
mean,
WrestleMania 2 days.
I don't know. Maybe I'm reaching on this one, but I don't know why they just didn't do a taped like a taped version of SmackDown. So then that way they could have just did the NXT shit Friday night and then, but not even because then you got to squeeze the Hall of Fame in. I forgot about the Hall of Fame thing. But yeah, I'm with you, Ricky. They pretty much dropped the ball on this whole damn thing.
Well, when it comes to dropping the ball, I think WWE has become pretty highly notorious for doing that. Probably the last 10 years or so, right?
I understand that you try to cram so much into WrestleMania, and you have to split it now because there's way too many talents that really should be on WrestleMania, and there's going to be quite a few this weekend that are not going to be on, which is kind of a shame in a way. And a lot of squash crap is being put together for 2 nights. I'm again hoping and praying, like I've said, like it was last year, that it's not 4 hours tonight and 4 hours tomorrow night, which just totally superseded whatever WrestleMania used to be for a 4 or 5 hour show. I understand you had so much talent, but creative should be a ton better in that case to be able to fit together a card instead of us having to worry about, for some of us that do pay money for both nights, that don't want to do Peacock or be attached to an app or whatever, that spend the money to actually watch WrestleMania. That's 2 nights. That's a lot of fucking cash. Sorry to tell you.
It is. That's besides the point, right?
Again,
No,
like
definitely.
it's just a little obscene, to be honest. I'm not gonna lie.
Ricky Ryder would stay up 7 hours for one night, and then instead of splitting it up in 2.
No, I would rather have a decently sized show where WrestleMania actually fucking means something for a change.
Amen. Yes.
Because if you really want to think about it, Dre, I know you and I have watched WrestleMania for a long fucking time now. A 4-hour card meant more than having 2 fucking days of WrestleMania or a 7-hour card.
I agree.
You were the showcase of the Immortals if you made that 4-hour show. That's what it meant. It's now kind of watered down. It's dragged out. I can guarantee tell you by 11 p.m. tonight, I'll be falling asleep.
Me too.
3 hours into the show.
I do plan on, even though everybody knows that as far as my religion with WWE goes, I lost my religion with them, but I'll still watch WrestleMania. I mean, just to kick back an old tradition I've been doing since I was a kid. But I mean, I've seen the card, those matches. I really don't even want to bother looking. I mean, I'll do my best. I'll try not to be bored out of tears, although I probably just jinxed myself. It's probably going to happen. But I always say, like, let me at least try to watch the match before I even say anything. Like, in other words, let's try not to judge the book by the cover, although it kind of seems obvious that these matches are just like, what the hell kind of bullcrap is this? I mean, this is not pro wrestling.
It's just gonna be obscene. I'm just gonna tell you that right now because I can guarantee tell you I will not be happy or awake by the time the end of night 1 happens.
And Dre's reaction tells it all. I mean, Dre, I can tell you, like me, you're concerned and worried that you're gonna be bored out of your mind because as pro wrestlers, it hurts. Because as pro wrestling fans and educated and fans like us, like that. Like I don't know what kind of fans we're not the typical fan, but yeah, us being bored and not liking it hurts our wrestling pride.
Well, I'm gonna hurt my pride even more talking about night 1 because I've gone over this lineup for every match that's been here, and I can only imagine what's gonna end up on the pre-show of significance. Like they did with NXT. Again, the Women's Tag Team Championships on NXT changed on the pre-show. It didn't even change on the regular show. It changed on the pre-show, which does not amuse me quite as much at all. That should have been a made card match.
What kind of bullshit strategy is that? What kind of bullshit strategy is that? Okay, it's not that I minded. I mean, maybe changing the belts is probably not the best idea, but what makes it worse is it's on the freaking pre-show.
That should have been on the main card.
Well,
I will say this before we get started. Dallas, y'all did a hell of a job at the Hall of Fame last night. What y'all did for the Undertaker, y'all did it correctly.
Guys, Undertaker's career, I believe, actually started here in North Texas. I know I don't know. I mean, I know that he did attend a school in the Fort Worth part of DFW, but I believe his career actually started here in DFW. I can actually double check that. I mean, the state of Texas. I mean, in Texas, when we think of our sports heroes, we have a lot like Nolan Ryan, Dirk Nowitzki, Troy Aikman.
Yeah, you got two.
But the Undertaker is one of them. The Undertaker.
You got another one too.
Stone Cold Steve Austin.
You got a couple. You got a couple.
Yeah, the Von Erichs, of course, the Von Erichs as well. Yeah, we got a lot of heroes.
I watch
HBK.
HBK.
Booker T.
Yeah, and by the way, my prediction's right. Yep, Undertaker wrestled his first match June 26, 1987 for World Class Championship Wrestling, which, as we know, was owned by Fritz Von Erich. And at the time, wrestling was still territorial, and WCCW was the Dallas-Fort Worth Pro Wrestling Territory.
I just wanted to say, Dallas, y'all did a hell of a job when Undertaker ended up in the Hall of Fame. That's how you're supposed to do it.
And Undertaker wrestled Bruiser Brody in his first ever match.
All right,
Ricky. What's the first match on the list today?
We are going to kick it off, which I can guaranteely tell you is probably going to be the opener. I'm not going to lie. We never get the match order correctly. I don't know if anybody's taking notes. We usually have our personal fantasy game that we usually do of the pick'ems. So I don't know who's writing them down, but
I guess that should be me, huh?
Yeah, well, you definitely. We usually have a group chat. So Dre, make sure we get a group chat together later on, so we could all fucking laugh at each other for the picks. All right.
I'm sorry, guys. I won't be laughing at anybody because, like I said, Dre is like the wrestling fan like me. He's worried about it, so he and I are probably gonna be comforting each other. Like, damn, man.
I actually was trying to find the WrestleMania odds for the matches, and I don't have DraftKings, so I can't do that. All right, first match leading off. Becky Lynch, the champion, who just got a fresh haircut this week from her opponent, Miss Bianca Belair. Now, obviously, this is a big boiling feud that has started since SummerSlam.
Which was on the other side of Dallas in Fort Worth.
Yes.
So it ends where it started.
Exactly. In the same state.
Same area, same area.
I am going to say this, and I think this is going to be a recurring theme for another match later on. Somebody's taking a vacation. This is where I honestly believe it's going to end up going. Bianca's going to regain the women's title, and here's why. It's not because of the talent. It's not because of the scene. Where it ends is where it began, okay? I believe at this point right now, even though Becky got a haircut, and it's probably going to give her a little bit more fire, Irish fire, and, attitude, Becky's going to end up disappearing for a while. This is what I really tremendously believe. Because she just had the baby. Yes, I can understand that. But in the same roundabout time, she said it. I'm going to beat Bianca's ass, and I'm going to go home, go backstage, and I'm going to feed my baby. I think feeding the baby is going to be for a decent period of time. So this potentially will be the write-off of Becky Lynch for a few months, so she can take care of the motherhood deal. I'm going to be honest with you on that.
Okay. Before the others go, I'm pretty sure Dre's gonna agree with me when I say this. The whole thing with the hair. When I first saw it, I was like, Becky broke cardinal sin number 1 when it comes to a black woman. You don't touch their hair. Every man on the planet Earth would tell you do not touch a black woman's hair. So just remember that. when Becky goes for that hair, just know the end is near. I'm picking Bianca Belair. I did it last. I told y'all she was gonna win the SmackDown Women's title, so I'm gonna do it again this year. She's gonna win the Raw Women's title.
I mean, I'm still actually very disappointed in the way Bianca Belair lost the title at SummerSlam. I mean, honestly, I don't know why they had to go with that direction. But if she regains it at WrestleMania and with this feud going on, then I guess it might make sense a little bit. But still, I feel like, forcing Bianca Belair to lose the title in a squash match, that's just not the way to go, no matter what. So I think tonight she does regain the title, and according to Ricky's assumption, if Becky Lynch disappears for a while, because of this haircut thingy, Becky Lynch comes back even stronger. So that tells me that the rivalry's it's not over yet. It's taking a break, but it's gonna intensify. But at the same time, if it's gonna get better, then I guess that's what we want, right? I mean, it starts off with her with a squash match. It gets personal. It gets even worse. So these feuds is what we used to see back in the day. That's what we want. Short feuds are never good, honestly. A short feud is never the good way to go. You want to keep the fans invested.
Dre?
I think we're all in agreement. It's a clean sweep that Bianca is going to walk out of Mania, the new Raw Women's Champ. As far as Becky taking a sabbatical, I mean, like Ricky said, she just came back from the SummerSlam. She just came back at SummerSlam. So that's what? August. We got September, October, November, December, January, February, March. Was that 6 to 8 months? And then now we're about to hit Mania, and then she might fall back again. I don't know if I agree with that one, but I will. But I will say this, just like Alex said, if Bianca winds up winning the belt again after how they screwed her at SummerSlam, maybe I guess for them it was worth it. But us as fans, we're still like that's still we still got a bad taste in our mouth from that shit because she didn't deserve to get squashed. Like she didn't deserve to get squashed like that. But as long as my girl win it tonight, which is what I'm expecting, I'm all for it. But I do hope it's not the opening match, though. I really hope it's not. But I mean, Ricky, you got the match list, so I guess this is what might be opening the show.
I hate to say it, but it always ends up being when, especially like it was last year, you need something to set the tone.
I agree.
This is a match that could hopefully set the tone with not such a real great lineup. I'm not gonna front when I say this. This is not exactly the home run lineup that you're gonna want here. And shout out to Mr. Steven Waldman, by the way, the pipe bomb right hand man. You're not offended, Alex. You're still part of the defense department. They do have betting odds here. You got me betting odds. It is Bianca Belair at -500, Becky Lynch +300. So Bianca Belair would be the dog in this match. 3-1 odds on Becky. Oof. I don't know. They really want to put somebody over. I don't know if that's really the proper way to go, but okay. Next up on our failed list of WrestleMania Night 1, we have The New Day versus Sheamus and Holland with Butch in their corner. I hate calling him Butch. That is the stupidest fucking name to call him. But tag team revenge, I guess, for the New Day because of the injury of Big E.
That's why right off the bat, I believe the New Day is going to win. And there's really not much to think about it because of the injury to Big E. I would be surprised if New Day did not win. Because the New Days are the baby faces, and I imagine Sheamus and them, they're the heels now. It wouldn't come as a surprise if the heels get over too. But regarding the situation, I really believe New Day is going to win, and I think Big E's injury has a significant impact on this match. So I wouldn't be surprised if they say this is for you, Biggie. I mean, even though it's obvious.
Oh, you know they're gonna do that.
Yeah, and Biggie, man, guys, I told you when I saw how Big got hurt, it did scare the hell out of me.
Oh, not for anything though. If you want to kind of rewind it a little bit, what McIntyre did to fucking Madcap Moss at the last pay-per-view. Yeah, I'm starting to see it. Like, as much as they're trying to really push the actual impacts of the maneuvers, they're doing a horrible job at it. Like their execution is not good whatsoever. It is not good. So I could see New Day going over, but it ain't going to be easy. It's not going to be easy at all.
It never is.
No, I mean, you got this newly incarnated Butch running around on the outside. How much fucking shit is he going to get into?
I mean, yeah, everybody's going to talk that, because even though he did not intentionally injure Big E, these kind of things happen, but when these things do happen, it's predicted that he's going to be punished. He's going to be buried, and whatever his push is he's going to be probably put on hold and eventually over, but I don't know. I mean, this is pro wrestling. Anything could happen. It's a dangerous sport.
Don't know. What do you think?
Y'all make very good points. Very, very good points.
So we're intelligent wrestling fans, Darnell. All four of us.
I want to go New Day. But there's some part of me is saying that Sheamus and Rich Holmes might get over.
If it's done correctly, it won't bother me. I don't mind the New Day losing, but the match just needs to be done correctly.
If this was Elimination Chamber, then maybe I would go with them. But being that it's on the grandest stage and the whole WrestleMania moment type shit, that's the reason why I'm going with New Day. If it was any other pay-per-view, like if it was the Backlash after WrestleMania or whatever, then yeah, I would go with Sheamus and his crew. But being that it's on the grandest stage, yeah, New Day is gonna win because it's like what we said earlier. They're gonna have their moment to pay homage to their man Big E, who's hurt, and that's why they're gonna wind up being the ones to get the W in this match.
Yeah, it's a very like back and forth type deal with this because again, it really could go either way.
That's two clean sweeps, man.
And they have actually on this one here is New Day plus 150, 3-2 betting odds. Sheamus and Ridge at -200, 1-2. So you don't win any money if you put the money on Sheamus and Ridge. Next up, a match that I probably will be taking a shit during. Drew McIntyre.
Oh.
Versus Happy Corbin.
Like,
how long do you
all right. You know what?
I'll be watching March Madness for this one. I'll be watching the Final Four for that match.
Speaking of March Madness,
I'm probably gonna go during that match.
I got Nova and UNC tonight.
That match, I'm probably gonna go clean my cat's litter box. I mean, let's be honest. Baron Corbin they ruined him almost 5 years ago after he lost the Money in the Bank contract. That's what started it. And then when he lost to John Cena at SummerSlam, that was it. And then he shaved his head, became Constable Corbin, then became the general manager.
That's when he lost the briefcase, right? That's when he lost to Cena.
No, he lost to Jinder Mahal. Cena just
distraction.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
So there's I thought if they were to revive Corbin anyway, if they were to bring back the Lone Wolf gimmick, it would probably work. But I think without his long hair, a lone wolf with a bald lone wolf doesn't make any sense.
It's creative that first off makes him wrestle with a shirt on now, because apparently of his ugly belly button and his flabbiness.
Corbin?
Yes, Corbin. That was a long time coming. Nobody wanted to see a shirtless Corbin anymore. So now they make him wrestle with a shirt on it now.
That was his first. That was his opening days at NXT, wasn't it?
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
even on the main roster, it was still a thing. But they then when he got the temporary job as general manager or whatever, now he had to wear
Right.
all the business suits. It just carried over.
Are
I'll
we
be honest
all
with you.
on, are we all on Drew McIntyre? Just for the hell of it.
It just so happens that Drew McIntyre on the betting odds is minus 1,000.
Whoa!
That's how much
Damn.
of a favorite Drew McIntyre is.
But
Dang.
still, this match though, I mean, I love Drew McIntyre, but this match, I mean, I'm gonna try to watch it. Like I said, I'm gonna try it, but I just have a feeling I'm just not gonna. I'm just immediately say, okay.
It is just not a good fit for WrestleMania. And now, if
No.
this was pre-show, which I would hopefully suggest,
This is
then it'd be
pre-show
something.
worthy.
This is definitely pre-show worthy, not main card worthy. Okay,
Now they got
that's how
Drew-
bad the odds are on this match.
Now they got Drew McIntyre in bad storylines. I'm like, this pandemic just had to take it from him. Man.
No.
It just had to.
It is the fall from grace for Drew McIntyre. He has gone from main event to mid-low card. That is what is going on with this. Because this is not something in Drew McIntyre's normal run-of-the-mill in WWE happening. Okay? He got dropped down in the card huge. Especially when they had the whole Lashley feud with that, and he lost. And he lost again. And he lost again. He got dropped down to this mid-low card level. And this is what we get for WrestleMania.
Can Drew McIntyre just Claymore kick Happy Corbin back to bum ass Corbin?
What if that happens tonight? Well, if it happens, if he loses tonight, I mean, it would make sense for Happy Corbin to go back to being, the sad Corbin.
Listen, at this point right now, we have to, again, this is probably the one where I will take a dump and just wait for the bell to ring at the end. No, not even gonna lie.
Yeah, and I'll be cleaning my cat's litter box.
All right.
I will be tuned into the Final Four for that matchup.
But
This next match here is very intriguing. Now, if you've been actually keeping up with it, it is the Mysterios, Rey and Dominic, versus The Miz and Mr. Paul. Now, a lot of the people are going to try to throw Mr. Paul under the bus. I am going to disagree with this. From the videos that I have seen him training, he's absolutely natural when it comes to doing all of the bumps, doing the maneuvers. Is he a little stiff? Yes. But I think he's going to show out during this match.
I mean, he's a combat fighter.
Hold on.
He's a legitimate trained fighter, so obviously he's gonna.
Are you saying he's gonna make a run for Bad Bunny?
I think after this, you're going to see a lot more of him. This is not just a one and done deal.
I'm just saying, you know, Bad Bunny tore the house down last year.
Yeah. I don't see him doing better than Bad Bunny.
No, I see him tearing this down better than Bad Bunny.
Okay.
I really do. And the reason why I can say that is this, is you have, and obviously you look at that tag team on the left-hand side right there, you have one of the best guys ever in the history of wrestling that can help put him over. Rey Mysterio could help put him over. It's a little different for The Miz doing it when he did it with Bad Bunny last year. This is the Logan Paul deal is going to be a lot more than him just popping at WrestleMania, and that's the end of it. This is going to be something a little bit more long term.
Are you picking Miz and Paul?
I actually think I'm going to end up going that route.
I'm going that route, and I said this on Wrestling with a Bear. Like, yeah, everybody's wondering, is Dominic gonna finally turn it on? Like, we've been teasing that for months and months and months. I'm done playing with that idea.
Hey, that was a perfect time to tease it, though. You messed it up.
Okay, well, you know what? If it doesn't happen tonight, then it'll never happen. So this is it for the. If it's gonna happen, it's got to be tonight.
Look,
Right.
you know they gonna take something from the crowd. They not gonna. It's WrestleMania. They gonna give, but we all know this, Dre. You know this, Ricky. You know they got it. They gonna take something.
Dre,
They
I'm gonna
gonna
let you
take
get
something.
I'm gonna let you get your point in, and then I'm gonna drop the proverbial pipe bomb.
I read somewhere that Mysterio has no interest in having a match with his son. Now, I've read this a while ago. Now, a lot can change. A lot can change. And when I first heard about this match, I was saying to myself, okay, grandest stage. If anything, this would be the time for a turn to happen. Honestly, this right here would be the time to do it. And then I seen how the Miz lost at Royal Rumble with against Edge and Beth Phoenix and with his wife. I don't see the Miz losing at another pay-per-view. I just don't. I right now I just don't.
Yeah.
And I agree with you, Ricky. The videos that I've seen of Paul doing his thing, training, I gotta give him his props. I got to. As badly as I don't respect him that much, but on this one, I'm gonna give him his just due. He's doing his thing as it pertains to the training, though. He's taking it serious, and at least for the last 2 years, when we've had celebrities come to the wrestling world, they're actually taking the training very seriously. Bad Bunny did it last year. Look at the performance that he put on in that match. Logan Paul, we're gonna see what he does. We're gonna see what he does tonight. I think he's gonna do good. Do I think he's gonna be better than Bad Bunny? No, but I do think he's gonna put on a decent performance. And I just want to give props to both of them because for years we've been getting these celebrities that just show up, get a check, and don't even look good in the ring. Except my man Mayweather at Mania 24. But you know, it ain't about him. But I do believe that Miz and Logan Paul will win. And not for nothing, I'm kind of rooting for a turn with the Mysterios. I'm kind of rooting for it because I do want to see them go at it just once.
See,
You know,
my deal with the turn, and here's my pipe bomb for this, okay?
Hold on, don't say your pipe bomb real quick.
All right.
Tyler Ingram, he's saying there's gonna be a turn. Shout out to Sideline Sports and everybody over there that we partner up with. Here's a dilemma though. What if they lose, but the turn doesn't happen, but it happens on the Raw?
Which is where I would see it kind of being formed, because a turn like this should happen where you actually see them on an actual mainstream pay-per-view, one of the big four. They had already kind of teased this whole turn shit, and then all of a sudden, it stopped. It stopped dead. Like it ran into a traffic stop, and they were like, okay, enough is enough. Screw this shit. If this turn happens, yes, tomorrow, Monday Night Raw would be perfect for it. And let it actually progressively build to a SummerSlam. Because if you want to see father versus son, I don't want to see this on a cheesy Backlash pay-per-view.
Absolutely
or
not.
Something like that. I want to see this on the main stage.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
You know
I
all
agree.
the eyes are going to be there.
Absolutely.
So if this turn would have really happened, it should have actually happened before WrestleMania. Granted, yes, you wouldn't have Logan Paul, you wouldn't have The Miz, you wouldn't have the Mysterios all the same thing. But I would have loved to have seen the turn happen before WrestleMania, and I have Dominic versus Rey on WrestleMania. That would have been a better match.
You took the words right out my mouth.
That would have been a better match whatsoever.
You took the words right out my mouth.
Ricky, what if Rey Mysterio Dominic versus Rey happens next in next year's WrestleMania in California?
Then it's too late.
It's too late.
Then it's too late.
Yeah, it's too late.
Yeah, it's too late.
Because now you're putting another year on Mysterio's career where you don't even know where he's going to be. The majority of this past time, he's been wrestling with no contract. He's been doing this just for the fucking shits and giggles. There is no payday for Rey Mysterio.
Oh, word?
Rey Mysterio, for a long time, I think it was for like 3 or 4 months, does not have a WWE contract.
Oh, wow.
So if you want to put this to WrestleMania 39, sunny California, we don't know what Rey Mysterio is going to be next year. He could be a shell of what he is right now.
He might not even be in the company. Well,
so again, if you do this turn, you have them lose to The Miz and Logan Paul tonight, and on Monday Night Raw, Dominic kicks Rey right in the ding ding, and then you can progressively build it up for the 2 or 3 months till SummerSlam, and then you are iconic after that. But if this feud would have happened, it should have happened now. Not like 3 months down the line, not next year at WrestleMania. Again, because we don't even know what's going to happen.
We don't.
That's why I'm saying this Logan Paul Miz line is perfect for them to get over.
When they teased it before the Royal Rumble, y'all remember the Raw where who was it? I think it was Street Profit and the Mysterios. They was in the ring together. And I forgot who threw who over the top rope. And it was basically on some, make sure, keep your eyes, ready at all times.
Ray threw Dominic over the ropes.
Okay. What should have happened was Dominique eliminate his father at the Rumble. And then the night after on Raw, he turns on his father. And then you lead on, and now you start that whole thing, and then we get the match at Mania. Because this tag thing, honestly, I'm not feeling it, but I do think it's going to be a good match. But me personally, I'd have preferred Mysterio versus Mysterio at Mania. That's just my opinion.
The only thing I could say is that, now, mind you, the 2 matches that we talked about talked before this is going to be probably the uplifter for it. That's why we kind of put it right in the middle, because you have 2 legitimate bombs with McIntyre and Corbin before that, and then maybe Sheamus and New Day. That's not going to be a great, fantastic match, but you're going to have Bianca, 2 shit matches. Then you have this one, because now you'll have Logan Paul go over.
Right.
And then it will lead into what I kind of think should probably be the next match, which would be the Usos versus Shinsuke Nakamura and Rick Boogs.
Oh, Lord.
Now, my question to you guys is this: is Pat McAfee going to be at ringside for this?
Yes.
I hope so.
That's why he's on night 2.
Because how could you not have a Shinsuke Nakamura match and a Rick Boogs match without Pat McAfee standing on the fucking announcer's desk, hitting the fucking air guitar like no tomorrow?
Not for nothing. I'll be in my house doing the same shit because he's doing that.
He's an influencer. Pat McAfee's an influencer.
You're right, but guess what, though? We the ones.
I'm just all I'm gonna say is I can't see the Usos losing.
We the ones.
I mean, listen, I'm not gonna lie. I want them to win. Like I'm not gonna sit here and be on some it's time for another team to have the belts, yada yada yada. Nah, F that. I'm rolling with the bloodline. I want my Uso boys to win. I'm just hoping that it's a stellar match. That's my whole thing. Like I'm hoping because I know the Usos gonna do them. I know they're gonna do them. That's not what I'm not concerned with them. It's the other team that I'm concerned with. Nakamura is my dude, but I don't know, man. But I'm definitely rolling with the bloodline. I'm definitely rolling with the Usos. I'm with you, Darnell. The one is in the air. They will be winning tonight.
All right. I although it tells me if the Usos lose, you know what that potentially flirts with, right?
Oh, Lord.
I'm just saying.
Ricky.
That's why I'm hoping they don't lose. Because if they lose, then obviously we know what's coming down the pipeline tomorrow.
And everybody must acknowledge the tribal chief.
Fuck him.
He is the head of the table, Mr.
Fuck
President.
him.
Why you hating over there?
Listen to me, okay? So, I thought about this legitimately since this match was kind of put together. Okay, WWE needs a change. They really do need a change.
They need to change a lot.
Not saying that the Usos lose the titles. However, I can't really tell you that I do like face Nakamura over heel Nakamura. I really, I for some reason in my head, Boogs and Nakamura lose, and Boogs takes the fall. And Nakamura is like,
that's definitely gonna
Nakamura
happen.
is like, you know what? Enough of this motherfucker riding my coattails. Every time it fucking happens that there's some great storyline that Nakamura is involved in, like I love the fact that Boogs plays the guitar for Nakamura when he brings him in. But for some reason, the evil Nakamura is so much better in WWE. He's so much better.
Yeah.
Like this face shit
Shout out
is
to John
not good.
Cena, because this new program WWE got WWE Evil. We get the inside track of what it means to be the bad guy.
But you know what though? Like Nakamura has always been better as a heel than he has been as a face.
They say everybody is better. As a heel.
In New Japan, he was a fucking amazing face. Not gonna lie, his heel version there sucked, but WWE's version of heel Nakamura is definitely a put over. Not gonna lie with you on this one.
Why do you think everybody love Roman Reigns right now?
Okay, the Nakamura from New Japan is always going to be better than the one in WWE.
Only because of the
absolutely.
moves. Only because of the moves, the move set, but the creative part is better. Like the way they can portray him as a heel is so much better than what New Japan does. And I'll be honest with you, I think that's the reason what happens tonight. Like this, everybody looks for that little bombshell that happens. Nakamura turns on Boogs tonight. Like fuck you, stop riding my coattails. Like I am one and done.
If that happens, how does Pat McAfee react?
What if it's
He
the
goes
other way
bananas.
around?
Oh, Boogs turns on Nakamura?
What if it's the other way around?
Boogs isn't big enough to do that.
Yeah, I don't think, yeah.
That might be the reason why Dre asked that question, because he's not big enough.
And then you could legitimately just write Rick Boogs off of TV because then Nakamura will smash his ass. It's more beneficial
It's
to do
something
it.
to think about though. It's something to think about though.
But I love leaving those seeds in people's heads because like we automatically know if the bloodline runs WrestleMania this year, then the Usos can't lose. But you got to look at the little intricate part of this. I think there's going to be a turn on the losing team. That's where I'm going.
All right. I think we need to take a promo break.
Yeah, but the difference is though is that the promo is not going to show on StreamYard. So
the audience can't see it.
Well, no, the audience on StreamYard can't see it, but the ones on all the other pages will be able to. So we are going to take a little break. Darnell, if you want to mute everything in the meantime or whatever, I'm going to throw the promo up on the Pipe Bomb Radio page. Pain Train Pipe Bomb Productions presents The Attitude Collection, featuring Pipe Bomb Attitude. Pain Train Pipe Bomb fueled by the haters. ArchRivals Football fueled by haters. Pipe Bomb Radio NYC fueled by haters. Pipe Bomb Radio NYC Season 3 logo. The Pipe Bomb NWO Collection. The Pain Train Pipe Bomb Checklist. Pain Train Pipe Bomb Prove Them Wrong. The Radio Tag Team versus Everybody shirt. Don't forget, check out paintrainpipebomb.threadless.com for all of your Pipe Bomb Radio NYC, Motley Metal, ArchRivals Football, and Pain Train Pipe Bomb merchandise. Dre stepped away for a moment, but it's kind of cool. They are running promos on threadless.com. I believe they're $14 tees, free shipping. And I think 10% off on all the rest of the stuff. So if you are interested, mosey your way over to pantradepipebomb.threadless.com and pick up some merch. The new merch is just absolutely fire.
Yeah.
And I say
How many-
fire because there's a lot of fire in the logos.
How many shirts you made?
I am now making number 11 as we currently speak.
As we currently speak.
Yes, I am working on a very, very nice graffiti setup.
Graffiti?
Graffiti, baby. I'm going old school.
Oh, Lord.
I'm going back to the 80s where graffiti used to be on trains.
Oh, my. What?
Are they still not?
Oh,
not as much. Not as much.
you want graffiti. Okay. Yeah.
Sound is coming in at an amazing quality. Zach Mack, what's up, my man? I get to shout him out on the air and hang out. Zach, if you got new music, make sure you figure out how to send it over to me so that way we can get it aired on Pipe Bomb Radio. Because we have new music coming from everywhere.
Because what is on my screen, I'm pretty sure it's on everybody else's screen, is a Seth Rollins sighting and a mystery opponent.
I'm really waiting for Dre to come back so I could just drop these names on him, and I think we could play like a process of elimination type deal.
Oh my gosh, is there a name on there that I think?
I have three names. I have three rumors.
Well, one of mine, but I ended up coming across another one over the last few days. So
yeah, I'm not sure if our notes match on that, but I could guarantee and we tell you the who it really is going to be.
There he goes. Give him a minute to get situated again.
I thought I was on. I thought it was on break.
Wait,
yeah,
what?
it's only a minute long. It's a minute.
Oh, okay. Fine yourself.
You good? Because I'm actually glad you got this stuff right. You might need some time because Seth Rollins versus a mystery opponent is next.
That's the one that's going down tonight.
That's tonight.
Oh, I thought they were saving that for Sunday.
No.
Okay.
Ricky has 3 names. Ricky, fire away.
Okay.
3. I thought it was only 1.
No, but I have 3 potential names who are going to be in this match currently tonight.
Let's hear him, Rick.
The first one will make everybody want to throw up.
Shane
McMahon.
Oh my God. I think that right there would just have the place go nuts.
Too bad
I mean that's a good way.
Too bad you don't have the audio clip, but
yeah, I do not want to play the CM Punk throw up clip on the show.
There you go.
And I will have a bucket next to me when I'm watching this match currently.
Yeah, I think
name number 2, and this guy has been absent for a pretty long time because they've legitimately fucked up his promo. Elias, but not coming back under the name Elias.
Well, that segment, it wouldn't make sense. I mean, he put the guitar in the fire, and didn't he declare that Elias was dead?
3 months ago.
Yeah.
This is how long that you have not seen anything from Elias is 3 months.
I totally forgot that he was gone.
Well, they wrote him off of TV because he kept having all of those weird music fucking street fights and shit. Obviously, that kind of fucking killed him off a little bit.
Name number 3 is what everybody's been waiting on. And
yes, sir.
And who would that be?
Cody Rhodes.
That's the name everybody's been saying.
I got a wild card name.
Let me see if you got the same thing I got.
I have a wild card name.
You got you said your 3.
No,
I just got one.
That was his 3.
I just got one across my phone just now.
I have a wild card name.
Go ahead.
Bray Wyatt.
That's the one that I just got across my phone.
Yeah, because that was the surprise I was going to talk about because it was reported that he arrived at Dallas and had a teaser. So I was like, holy crap. But does he come back as Bray Wyatt or The Fiend or...
He would be coming back as legit Bray Wyatt.
Okay. So it's the cult leader.
Yes.
And is there
but with no
does he come
crew
out
though? I don't get that though.
with Eric Rowan?
But here's the thing, though. Out of the 4 names we leave his name, right? Does all 4 of them beat Seth Rollins?
No. Only 2 of them beat Seth Rollins.
Which would be Cody or Bray Wyatt, Mike?
Cody or Bray Wyatt.
Yeah,
Would be the only 2 that beat Seth Rollins.
I mean, can you imagine that it's Wyatt and then he loses to Rollins? I'm like, what the hell was the point?
Dallas might be turned on fire.
Think of it this way, and there's been a lot of legitimate little weird shit going on. I don't know if anybody has purchased 2K for WWE. Bray Wyatt's in it.
Oh shit!
Bray Wyatt's in it. Yes, he is.
He's in what?
And there has been some Bray Wyatt
is in the game
that has been spread around because Bray Wyatt's part of a storyline in 2K22.
Oh,
so
the reason why I brought up Bray Wyatt, because if I remember correctly, and I think somebody putting this out on Twitter, that Vince McMahon says it was somebody that has already beaten Seth Rollins. I'm like, well, damn. Who has already beaten Seth Rollins?
But you also think of it this way, though. The only reason why they legit put this match together is because of the fact that they had to scramble with the Cody Rhodes signing. That's the only reason why I think that it's got to be Cody and not Bray, because now you've got Cody sitting around for 2 weeks. That's the only difference.
Or you know what they do the Monday after Mania. Maybe Cody shows up there.
Yeah, but then if you put in somebody like a Shane McMahon or even an Elias, Rollins is going over. If you want a longer story feud, you throw Cody Rhodes in there.
I agree.
Or you throw Bray Wyatt in, which they dropped the ball with when they had the fucking Hell in a Cell match, or anything else after that, and try to actually rekindle that fire. But if you really want a legit 3-4 month storyline, you throw Cody Rhodes in there.
Big time. I mean, Bray Wyatt is in Dallas. It's just for a Comic-Con or a WrestleCon appearance. So
what we gonna do is we're not gonna pick the winner of the match. We're gonna pick who his opponent gonna be. So Ricky, you going with Cody?
I'm going with Cody. But
so am I.
You know what? I am picking the winner of this match. Rollins loses.
Dre's going Cody.
Rollins loses.
Bearman.
I'm going Cody, but don't be surprised if it turns out to be Wyatt. But I'm going Cody.
Listen, as long as it's not Shane, I'm good.
I'm going
if it's
Bray
Shane,
Wyatt.
Rollins wins.
As long as it's not Shane, I'm good. I'm tired of him.
If it's Shane or Elias, Rollins wins. If it's Cody or Bray, Rollins loses. Sets up a storyline for after WrestleMania.
I'm going Bray Wyatt. That's for the hell of it.
Like Shane, you tried to throw yourself in the Rumble. Nobody cared about you. Nobody cared about you in the Rumble. Now you try to throw yourself in the Mania. Nobody want to see you there, bro. Nobody want to see you. Nobody. There's nobody in that event. There's nobody that's going to be in that building that's going to want to see you. Jerry Jones don't want to see you.
Okay. Oh, boy. All right.
I'm going Bray because everybody's going to chant Cody, but everybody's still going to lose their mind if Bray Wyatt comes out.
I just hope it's...
Don't get it wrong. I'll be happy to see Bray. Don't get me wrong. But, again, like, with all this hype around Cody, bro, it got to be him. It should be him. It needs to be him. Because if you put him in that ring, listen. All right, let's go like this. How many matches have we discussed already?
This is match number 6.
Match 6. That match right there might be the match of the night. Any of those other names, you put Seth in there with Shane. That ain't gonna be a match of the night candidate. You put Elias in there with him. That's not gonna be a match of the night candidate. Cody Rhodes? Oh, come on now. That's 5 stars.
Can I royally fuck this up totally right now? And like a legit last second fucking thought that just came into my head.
What you finna say?
You're making me nervous now.
I would be nervous,
You're
big
scaring
time.
me. You're scaring me.
Yeah, you really are.
There is something that we did not really pay attention to last night at the Hall of Fame.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Well,
Now, sitting there thinking about it, imagine the fucking pop of Undertaker coming down.
He did.
Rollins is one and done.
That hat.
Game over, baby.
He
Game
did.
over.
No. Ricky. I will mark the fuck out if that happens. But then
down toes.
But then what does that do to Steph? Though, you gonna squash him?
Why not?
Oh, pretty much.
He's been squashed every time he's been trying to get an opportunity to go to WrestleMania. Kevin Owens, AJ, all big players in the fucking main event storylines.
Yeah, but you squash him on the grandest stage, though.
But again, Rollins has no clue who the fuck he's going against.
He has no idea.
He
now,
can legitimately shit in his pants right now if fucking Undertaker, as they're announcing the match, now the brand new WWE Hall of Famer, The Undertaker, the fucking lights go out, the fucking smoke and the flames fill the fucking stadium, and here comes the dead man. Rollins done. 3 moves, game over.
Bearman,
okay, how about this one? How about this one?
If Undertaker come out, your stadium is done, okay? Your stadium is done. Y'all gonna need a whole new stadium.
Yeah, that shit's burning to the fucking ground.
Oh yeah. I mean, the roof is already half off. It's gonna be completely off if it's Taker. But how about this though? Now that you said that, remember when Vince told Seth that he was invited to Mania? We all remember how he reacted in that office. He even jumped on Vince's table. Vince might do some spiteful shit and have it be Taker just for the hell of it.
All right, so now I'm changing my top 3. It's going to be Taker, Cody, or Bray.
Hey, you know the deal.
Follow you up on that, Rick.
Comment on this, and this is WrestleMania hot take. He said all faces win tonight, all the heels win tomorrow.
No, I kind of disagree.
No. Mm-mm. I don't see that. I don't see that.
But,
so that means he's picking up Mysterios to beat Miz and Paul.
I don't know. All right, here comes the sensitive topic for tonight. I hate doing this. The KO show, which I have heard rumored to be the closeout for night 1.
No, it's not. It's not. It's not the closeout.
This is where I'm saying it because it's Austin. They need a big pop to finish the show. And what better place than Dallas, Texas, for the Rattlesnake to see his way out? Now, again, this is supposed to be the KO show. A lot of people said this was supposed to be a match. I totally disagree with the match. I don't care how old Austin is, how great shape he is. It's going to be a fight, but it's not going to be a match. That's the way I kind of look at it. And obviously, it does not look good for
Can we call it a brawl? Okay.
But you know what? I also kind of see a little bit more added than what they're kind of showing. It's not going to be just KO in Austin. Like we talked about it before with the lineup of guys in the actual state of Texas. Shawn Michaels comes out, a Booker T comes out, somebody like a JBL will come out. Like, I don't see this as just a KO Austin thing.
Ricky,
they've had this pop once before.
So what you're saying is, what you're saying is KO's getting a Texas-sized ass whooping coming to him.
Yep,
exactly.
Ricky, not to cut your wisdom. Not to cut your wisdom.
Is turning face for the first time since, first time ever as JBL.
Ricky, not to cut your wisdom. This is why I fuck with you. Because a few days ago, I was at work I do environmental work. I do a lot of cleaning around. I'm processing all these matches in my head. And as excited as I am to see Austin, obviously, I went back to that promo that KO did, where he basically roasted all these people from Texas and then called out Austin. It resonated in my head that, okay, Austin is going to come back, absolutely. But I don't just see this as a KO show thing. I'm with you. I think all of them is coming out. Like all of those greats that came from Texas, I believe they're all coming out one way or another in that whole thing with KO and Austin. So I do think that he is going to get a Texas-sized ass whooping with Stone Cold being the one that's going to headline it, and then everybody's going to have a beer fest afterwards. But this is why I fuck with you, Ricky, because I'm with you. I think they're all coming out. All of them.
And I'm going to love it because this is going to be Texas pride for me, baby.
Because if this card becomes lame duck toward the end of the show, nobody's going to sit there to watch this. This is why I'm saying that, granted, yes, we have one more match to talk about. But if you really want to end the night out correctly, this is probably the way you send everybody home.
Yep.
Because if you do this any earlier in the night, you do a beer bash, you have all the Hall of Famers that come out. Yeah, that's not a good way to clean up before you go to the next match, which is the potential last one on our card, which would be Charlotte Flair versus Ronda Rousey for the SmackDown Women's title.
Dre, I would honestly ask you, like, do we really have to talk about this one? I mean, what is there? Is there really much to say? Or, I would ask, is there really anything to say?
We know who's going to win. Stevie Wonder can see who's going to win.
You know what, Ricky? If you want to talk about a match about falling asleep, this is probably definitely going to be one of them, too.
No, it won't.
No,
it won't.
No. I can care less for Ronda. I don't give two fucks about Ronda. As much as I hate Charlotte's title reigns and how many times she's had the belt, we can all agree that she is by far the superior performer out of all the women on that roster. I love watching her perform.
Yeah,
I do.
Right. Yeah.
I love watching Charlotte perform. So as much as I know she's going to lose, I will be shocked if she doesn't. I'm still going to watch because I love watching her perform. She's always putting on top shelf matches. I can't sit here and say to myself, I can't even think of the last time she had a whack match. I can't.
Bearman, remember early? Bearman,
like her dad back in the wrestling days, right?
Dre, I got you.
Bearman, I got that. Hold on, Bearman. Remember early in the show when you were talking about you like how they do long stories in WWE?
Yeah. So you're saying this has the potential of happening too?
What what most people be forgetting? Dre,
what's up?
Who gave Ronda Rousey her baddest ass whooping since she became in WWE?
Charlotte, and I loved every minute of it. I love every minute of it.
Brakes of Ronda Rousey,
and I loved every minute of it.
And when Ronda Rousey, after she won the Royal Rumble, if you would listen to her promo, she was referring to the ass whooping that she took at Survivor Series for the reason why she chose Charlotte.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
She's going to get Charlotte first, and then probably next year when they go to Hollywood, it's going to be Becky's turn.
It's going to be Becky.
Yeah, you know what? Yeah, about Charlotte for his matches. I mean, her matches are so great. I mean, it's like what Ric Flair used to do back in the days of the wrestling. Days of when wrestling was territorial. The National Wrestling Alliance. The style and a profile in wrestling days, man.
By the way, Dre, to your comment of the last time she dropped a bomb match, Rhea Ripley, and that little feud that they had over the belt. Where Rhea was champion. Okay. She had some fucking shit freaking run with that storyline. That was horrible to begin with. That Rhea was even the champion to begin with.
Oh yeah, but I'm speaking of like recent. I can't say that she's. I can't say that I've watched this match and be like, dang, Charlotte wasn't on her game. I can't.
This is where the whole creative bullshit comes through again. I mentioned it at the beginning of the show. I'll mention it again. This is just a pop match. Ronda's going to disappear. She's run her course again until either her gaming channel doesn't fucking flow anymore or her baby becomes another year older. You know, again, like I hate to say it as you want to, you kind of don't look at the kayfabe side of it. Like Becky, the same thing with Ronda. They all say this. They both have said the same fucking thing. Like they go in, they work. At the end of the day, they're with their family at the end. You know what I mean? And the schedule is back to almost being the where it was with all the live events and shit. Like you can't have Ronda Rousey like 3-4 nights a week going. So at some point you can flip the script and have her ride off into the sunset. However, here is my WrestleMania curveball for this match. The return of somebody who has been out for the longest fucking time.
Dre, Dre, you know who he talking about.
Yo, listen, Ricky, if it's who I think you're gonna say.
Her name is only 6 letters, baby. Her name is only 6 letters.
If it's who I think you're gonna say, I will cash app you $10. If it's Bayley. Who I think. Yo, Darnell, you know how I am when it comes to Bayley. If Bayley comes out for Mania, I am like going with Bayley the way I am about my mind. I'm going to lose my mind if my girl Bayley come out.
Was she a heel or as a face?
It don't matter.
She'd be a face. She'd have to come back as a face. Because if you have Charlotte as a heel, you don't. Well, obviously you don't bring back Bayley with the fucking ponytail gimmick. There's no pictures of her with ponytails right now.
Yeah.
Same weird fucking helmet hairdo she had before she got hurt. All right.
I think she can do the role model thing as a face, but that whole ponytail. Nah, she's not going back to that. That whole hugger thing, that's done. Like that's 6 feet underground. She's done. She's done with that. But I do believe she can come back as a face though, as long as she comes back. My girl been going too long.
Yeah.
Oh hell no! This picture is fucking just scared the shit out of me just now.
What?
Logan Paul's gear for WrestleMania.
Oh,
it is fucking horrid. It is all black and gold like Pokemon.
So Ricky, how about this? Ricky, how about this? What if Bayley show up on Raw, but not Mania?
She's a SmackDown superstar.
No. She said she's a free agent.
She's a free agent. They didn't.
What? She said she's a free agent.
Again, if you put Bayley on Raw, right? You now have her opposite Bianca Belair, Rhea Ripley, and all of them. They don't need it. SmackDown needs it. SmackDown needs a bigger boost. And the only one that's going to go toe-to-toe with Charlotte Flair is going to be Bayley.
Ooh. A name just came across my head.
Who?
Goddamn.
What? Coming back?
Yeah.
Trish? Lita?
Alexa Bliss? Asuka, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Where's she been?
She's been hurt, I think. She had a shoulder
they've had no
injury.
story. They've had no storyline for her.
Oh, I thought she was hurt this whole time.
Well, she had her fucking mouth reconstructed because she got teeth knocked out by Nia Jax.
What was that, Shayna?
No, that was Shayna. Shayna did that.
Shayna did that.
But they've had no legitimate story for Asuka.
How the hell you don't have? Never
Because she's not as badass as they made her to be in the beginning. 500 plus days undefeated, loses at WrestleMania.
That's what pisses me off so much because I have loved Asuka ever since she arrived in WWE. I've even gone back and watched her matches in Japan.
Okay,
I am Asuka's biggest fan. That I was so mad that when she lost the belt before WrestleMania 34.
Listen, the only reason why I was a fan of her,
I love me some Asuka.
Yeah, but the only reason why I was a fan of her is because she does porn.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
And Dre, I spoke to you about this, Dre. That
wait. She does what?
She does porn.
Asuka?
Yeah.
She's
got an anime. She's got an anime company and a porn company.
Wow.
Okay. But Dre, we spoke about this. Like, it was WrestleMania 35, which was in 2019, right? Was it 35? Yeah, it was. So and then Asuka losing the belt 12 days before it made no sense to me. Dude, you know what? I don't care what anybody says. It's making a fatal 4-way match. You know, winner take all. Asuka versus Becky versus Charlotte versus Ronda Rousey. That made me mad because it made no sense for Charlotte to beat Asuka for the title and lose it 12 days later. It makes no sense. That made me mad because, like I said, I love Asuka. I've been a huge fan of hers ever since she arrived. I've even gone back and watched her matches in Japan. She's an amazing wrestler.
Yes.
All right. That kind of wraps up night 1. We're supposed to be back in tomorrow to do night 2. I hope I have a lot more energy to do night 2. Because if this is a fucking doze fest tonight, I will have a good night's rest.
Yeah, I was gonna say if you fall asleep like you think you are, you'll be very well rested for tomorrow.
Well, I have to sit there through New Day, Sheamus and Holland, McIntyre and Corbin. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe some tough sledding.
All right.
So it's probably only 3 or 4 matches I'm actually interested in. If that.
In a 7-segment hour thing for like 3-4 hours, that should be fucking bananas.
Big time.
All right. Anybody got any final words for the show this evening?
Dre, start us off.
Just like y'all, we are heavy wrestling fans. Obviously, it's clear that we've all been watching this since we were kids. We've all waited for WrestleMania, the road to WrestleMania. We look forward to Mania. Hopefully, this one will do its due diligence, being that it's in Texas. Me personally, my guy is back. I don't care if it's a one-off. My guy is back. I cannot wait to hear that glass shatter, because when it does, it is a wrap. And that's the bottom line, because Stone Cold said so.
The man of Texas, Bear Man.
Hopefully, just like Dre Day says, hopefully have a good show, because you know what? It's WrestleMania. WrestleMania needs to mean something again.
Hey, the wait is over. It is here. Titles will be won. Moments will be happening. We'll talk about it tomorrow. Until then, enjoy WrestleMania. And for all my Hoots fans, speaking for me and Dre Day, let's enjoy the Final Four as well.
See everybody tomorrow. See everybody tomorrow, and I hope they show up and show out, because if they don't, they should just go home.
If they don't, Ricky's going to kill y'all tomorrow. Just letting y'all know
I'm going
that,
to stab everybody in the neck with a ballpoint pen. All 93,000 people in the fucking arena. How about that? Catch you guys tomorrow.
Oh, God.